This is Glenn Healy.
Hi, this is Braden Holtby.
This is Daryl Sutter.
Hi, this is Brian Burke.
This is Jordan Tutu.
This is Keith Morrison.
This is Kelly Rudy.
Hi, this is Scott Hartnell.
Hey, everybody. My name is Theo Fleury.
This is Tim McAuliffe of Sportsnet, and you're listening to the Sean Newman Podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, folks. Happy Friday. Well, we take off today. So if you're tuning into this early in the morning, tonight at 5, we're taking off. If you're, if you catch on to this a little later on, we're already on the road. So if this is part 2 of the Bike for Breakfast crew. And if you're unaware of what's going on, I guess first off, go back to part 1 that happened just before this episode. But essentially, there are 9 of us biking from Lloydminster to Tuffnell, Saskatchewan. It's about 525 kilometers one way. We're leaving 5 p.m. on Friday, June 4th, which is today, and we're biking nonstop, relay style, so one at a time for the first 9 hours, and then after that, we'll see how it goes and how everybody's feeling. And as we get closer to Tuffnell and on the way back, we may have more and more bikes on the road at a time, eating up those kilometers. So essentially, if you are anywhere on the highway traveling from Lloydminster to Saskatoon, and then obviously Saskatoon to Tuffnell, Saskatchewan along Highway 16, and you see a bus followed by a bike, followed by a pilot truck, that is us, and we are raising money for Lloydminster and surrounding areas breakfast programs for kids. And you can donate. The link is in the episode show notes. So there's a GoFundMe page. We just had a huge announcement on Wednesday. Co-op and Sobeys each teaming up for $25,000 each, and we're up to $257,000, which is, unbelievable. It's that's a love word. I do enjoy that word, and it's pretty cool to see our community come together and do what we do, right? This is what we do. Now, on today's episode, we got 3 more people that are a part of this thing. Obviously, we have the 9 bikers, but then Trisha Hunter has been doing so much legwork on the social media to help you guys figure out what's going on. And then Miss P, who you'll get to hear about here on this episode, is another integral part of the group. So just want to give a huge shout out to all the people who've donated. Of course, the community champions who've come in at giant numbers like $25,000. But there's been so many other companies coming in at 15, 10, 5. Like, does it matter? Like, every cent counts, and you guys all have pulled together and made this a huge success already. And now we just got to kick off and start pedaling. So let's get on to that T-Bar 1 tail of the tape. Business owner, office manager, school teacher. Buckle up. Here we go. Welcome to the Sean Newman Podcast. I'm joined by 3 different team members now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the room. Everybody's feeling great. I can just see it. Everybody's, oh yeah, we're on. Okay, here we go. What I want from you
is everyone is quiet.
Yeah, everyone's
way quiet.
Yeah, church mouses.
Yeah.
Name, current occupation, and years cycling.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we'll start with you, Jim.
Want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah,
my name is Jim Taylor. Current occupation is I own Grindin Gears bikes and boards. Year cycling, road cycling, about a month. Years on a bike though, over 20. I'm definitely more of a mountain biker and those types of things, but road biking is now what I'm doing.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, and I'll continue to road bike now afterwards. I'm already looking for my next bike. So yeah, no, it'll be great, and getting more people to ride with me will be good too.
Wait, you're gonna give up Big Red? You're getting
a new
road bike?
No, Big Red will be with me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll be the next one. I gotta have another one.
Just in case Big Red needs a break.
Yeah, Big Red will need a break after this trip.
I agree, Bex. We got to hear that.
Yeah.
Back that up. Tell the story of the bike you're riding.
The bike I'm riding is a 1983 Dave Moulton. So he's a kind of a famous bike builder. The frame came to me through a friend who found it next to a garbage can in Palm Springs, brought it up to me, and it sat on the wall for a year. And then this came up and kind of forced me to get going and get that bike built. So that's what I'm riding, 1983.
Goodness.
Yeah. New tires, new bearings. It's good to go. Yeah, I'm not your traditional road biker. I'm more of a cardboard box going down the road.
And I should point out that Jim is like, I used to play the old video games where you could choose what character you're going to be. You're our medic, right? Like,
yeah.
Jim's loaded up with every part tool that we can imagine so that when we do inevitably break down, it's for a very short period of time.
Yeah, hopefully I can keep everybody's bikes going. I'm more worried about my bike than anybody's, but yeah, hopefully I can keep them going.
Now that I've heard the story, I'm a little concerned for you too, actually.
Yeah.
However, when you're biking, you're the one out front who is just looks like you're going for just a leisurely bike ride. Meanwhile, we're in the back, like barely able to breathe.
Yeah, I'm used to
So that
hitting
bike-
trees and wiping out that way, not just riding on the road. So it is pretty leisurely. I'm not gasping for air, climbing up hills yet.
I was at Vermilion Provincial Park this weekend with the kids, and we walked those trails. Have you been to Vermilion Provincial Park in the River Hills?
Awesome riding.
All I could think of was like, oh my God, imagine riding these hills at night. You told me the story at night.
Yep.
I'm like,
night riding through there is awesome. It's really fun.
No.
Yeah. I started riding out there. I won't go too long, but I started riding out in Vermilion when I was about 14, mountain biking. And the first time I went out there was on a CCM. I was going with guys that just want to invite me along that own a shop here in town. And my mom and parents, they said, go ahead, go with these guys. They're nice guys. And I think my bike came back broken or something, and then I had to get a better one. But, Vermilion's awesome riding.
well, P, name, occupation, and years cycling.
Well, my name is Patricia Brockhoff. I'm the office manager at Wayside Dental Center, and it shames me to say I had training wheels on my bike until grade 5. And and even now, my cycling is not the best. I have a cruiser that I go, for my little bike rides in Bud Miller, and I will not be joining you all on this adventure because
This year.
This
You'll be
year.
doing this year.
I feel confident that if
Leave
I
it open.
really worked towards it, I could do it next year, but we'll see.
Why? Like, who was it? Necky that got you in on this?
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
I think this is fantastic. Like, there's two components to it as far as I see it. There's the biking, which blows my mind that you're all going to do this and that you're so committed. And I see these videos of everybody out there and it's raining and you're blowing a tire and all this stuff, and I'm like blown away by that, and vehicles are blown by you. Terrifies me. And then the other side, which is the side that I feel really passionately about, is feeding kids. So the biking is one thing that I think is like so crazy, and then the whole let's feed these kids, like hungry kids not being able to learn, being in pain, all that kind of stuff is really, it's really sad. So that's why I'm involved. The biking is awesome. As you can tell, I'm not going to be doing the biking, but I want to help as much as I can to make sure that we kind of alleviate this problem within our community.
Yeah, but as you pointed out, like the bike is just one very small piece of this. Like it's by far the most.
It's the easiest part.
I think so too.
It is pretty easy. You're going to get on a bike and ride. What's worse than riding?
Is it though?
Well, it's pretty easy.
Well, before we get into that, let's go to Becky then.
Exactly.
I'm Becky Grassle, and I am a phys ed teacher at Holy Rosary. My biking experience, well, I've been able to ride a bike forever, but I started biking. I started biking, preparing for this mid-April, so month and a bit.
And you don't think the easiest part's going to be the biking?
I die. If there's any wind, I am like dying. Like I'm having to self-talk myself through things. You've got this, Becky. Out loud, I'm doing this as you can do this. Keep going.
Do what you gotta
and I'm
do.
like
Sing
5K
along
in, and
go.
I'm doing that. Yeah. So, is it the easiest, Jim?
I think so.
We will find out soon enough.
Yeah.
I
I talk a big game. I'll be the one not going off my second.
He'll
my
be in the
second-
fetal position in the back of the bus.
Don't talk to me.
I'm just fixing bikes, guys. I just got to fix bikes.
I just gotta fix my.
I'll catch you in the next round.
We were talking in the like it's been really cool to get to know everybody in this room, in that room, just like the group. I think there's 11 of us, and Brad has been with Fourth Meridian. It's been tough because a lot of the stuff we've been doing has been at night, so he hasn't been nearly as involved. But when he gets on the bus, there ain't no turning back.
He's not allowed to get off, is he? Like halfway?
No.
Yeah, good.
Not unless he's going back to grab us a couple growlers or a keg or two.
Yeah,
I
might have
know.
to kick him off for that.
Jeez.
That's awesome.
Like we were talking about the origin story and like how this came to be. And, in the first one, I didn't even bring up like Tuffnell. And I guess I should maybe explain that and then let you guys get your thoughts on how you kind of heard about this. Because we talk about what we're doing, right? Riding bikes. It's about 1,050K roughly there and back. We're riding to Tuffnell, Saskatchewan to sit down and interview Quick Dick McDick. And then all the proceeds are going towards breakfast programs in Lloyd, public, Catholic, and then 57-kilometer radius, all the schools there. But I'm curious, like, all of you came in at different times to this group. What were your thoughts on the original idea?
I think I was probably one of the last coming into the group. Probably after the thought of broken bikes came up and how to fix them. They're like, hey, let's go get that guy. That guy might know some about bikes. So, and then mine was kind of a sneak attack because I'm pretty sure Nigel came by one day and said something. And then I think maybe it was Natalie came by and said something about it. And they kind of threw the idea out there. And then you heard that I might have said yes. Then Sean shows up at the shop and says, so are you in? And I'm like, so I think you were the closer on it. And then when he closed, he also said, no electric bikes. So then I almost backed out then, but he already committed. So yeah, mine was kind of a sneak attack approach, but it was great. So I came in a little bit late, but once I heard what the program was, I was 100% behind it. I thought it was great. And yeah, why not bike and raise some money? So I thought it was great right from the start.
P?
For me, Necky was kind of busy one day and he's like, hey, I need your help. I'm like, okay, what's up? And it could be anything, right? Like, who knows what this is going to be? And he's like, hey, you know Sean Newman? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, so like funding's been cut for the breakfast program and we're going to bike to Tuffnell or something. And he's like,
like that.
And so
somewhere.
He's like, so I need your help. I'm like, okay. And he told me when the meeting was and I was like, tell me what to do and I'll be there. I think it's great.
That's awesome.
And met some really cool people.
Met some great people.
Right?
Yeah.
Some days I wonder if I'm a great salesman or a terrible salesman because everyone's like, yeah, I'm in. Where are we going? Tuffnell. Yeah. Where's that? Don't worry about it. Just carry on. We're gonna bike. I've never biked before. Don't worry about that either. It's going to be good.
We'll figure it out as we go.
It'll all
work out.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, don't worry. It's all going to work out. I like your approach to that. It's been good.
Oh, that's one thing I did say to Nike. I'm like, you want me to bike? He's like, no.
He cut that off right away?
Yeah, no. Come to the meeting. I'm like, okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Natalie texted me and said, hey, you want to fundraise money for kids that are hungry? I'm like, yeah, maybe, sure, why? And she's like, well, you just have to bike 20 kilometers a few times. And so I read the text and then I looked at my husband and said, do you think I could bike 20 kilometers at one stint? And he kind of laughed and he's like, I don't know. I'm like, let me call my dad. So I called my dad, who's a biker. He's like, oh yeah, for sure. I'm like, could I do it a few times in a row though? Like if I took a couple hours break, could I do it again? He's like, oh, well, yeah, I bet you probably could do that. So I'm like, okay, yeah.
He knows you well.
Sure, I'm in, Natalie. My dad thinks I probably can do it.
So good.
Probably could.
Probably. Got to get you a bike and teach you how to ride it, but you can do it.
Okay, and he did that. And so he lent me his bike. I've been riding his bike. He has been out training with me a few times a week. Since then, he even is like now wind blocking for me and teaching me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So thank God for dads.
Yeah.
Aw, thank God for dads. Yeah.
That's good.
I think it's what I said this in the first one. I think it's what kind of makes this trip, if we didn't do the bike, does the bike even need to happen? Probably not. Like really at this point. Yeah. By the time this comes out, we're over 200K. Like think about that. That's pretty cool.
It is, yeah. So like the idea of still green screening the ride can happen?
Yeah, I think so,
I think we can, right?
Yeah, just show up to Grindin Gears.
That's good. We'll just put a green screen and just, we'll film us all riding.
Big hill.
So yeah, good to see.
I'm so
open for
in.
ideas. This guy always.
Pea's back up and
Pea's
ready.
back in.
Don't have to worry about
With
the
her
wind.
basket.
No wind.
With my
We'll get fans. It'll look like we're riding. It'll be all virtual. It'll be great.
Yeah, somebody can dump water on me. It's really pouring out
It's
here.
terrible. That'll be great.
What's cool about the group is that all a bunch of rookie riders, and I always go back to hockey and playoffs, right? Playoffs going on right now. You get tossed in the pressure cooker, so to speak. At some point during the playoffs, you're down 3-2, or you're up 3-2. Just the pressure. The pressure ratchets up. And you learn a lot about people. And I think of pulling something like this off. And I don't know. I was saying to Natalie and Necky, because they were two of the first 4 that I met with, or 2 of the first 3 I met with. Like, it hasn't even been 2 months. Mm-hmm. We didn't start fundraising until. Heck, I'll add a couple days on. Last week of April, sure, we maybe had a few in the bank. Mm-hmm. But it's the 30th today, and tomorrow for sure we're over 200K.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Like,
awesome.
What are you most excited for?
Rolling back into town on Sunday night.
Yeah.
No, there's a couple of things I'm really excited for. I'm excited for us when we get ready to leave. That Friday's just going to be, a lot of energy. Everyone's going to be pumped, ready to go. That's always fun to get a race started or get a ride started. That's really exciting. But then also a year from now, I'm excited for that, to see what this has really done and watch where it's going to go, what is going to happen next. The whole idea from 30 days ago till now just opened up this little idea to, a big broad range, and has encapsulated so many different people that want to be involved, and you can see it from the sponsors that have ideas. I think I'm excited for the next, like, what is this going to bring? So that's really what I see.
For sure. That's what me too.
This is just the start of something,
like,
recognizing the problem and finding something and then going with it. And yeah, it's a really, really cool idea.
And, changing the way that we've approached things this year and tweak it, make it better, and all that kind of stuff. And then, I'm going to bike next year, so I'm looking forward to that. No.
Yes. Yeah.
What are you most excited for, Bex?
Rolling in on Sunday, I am excited for that. And not to say because it's done.
A bed, hey?
Yeah, a bed. No, not because we can say it's done, but because we can say, okay, we did it. Like, not only did we raise the money we set out to raise, but we did the biking, we finished everything, we are successful, we're the champions of the world. We, accomplished what we set out to do. I'm all about setting goals, meeting those goals. And so I'm really excited to be able to say, we did it. Yeah, I'm pumped for that.
Yeah.
And it seemed like a really lofty goal at the beginning. Like,
this is what we want to raise. Like, we threw around a couple different numbers. Like, what do we want? What do we want to do? And that this is what we've accomplished in a short amount of time. Like, it
just proves what I always think, right? If you just get going, the right people come on board with it. Like, this has become, like, you think of anyone in our group, and I think there's 11. Like, everybody's pulled their weight in just a different way. It's been so fun to be a part of. Like, I wish everybody could experience the last, don't get me wrong, it's been draining. Like, I'm excited to get on a bike. Like, I'm just excited to take my phone, just take it, put a bullet through it, and it can just go silent for a while and just ride. Bring the wind on, bring the rain on. It wants to thunder and lightning. I'm excited. Let's do it. But the rest of it, I'm ready to go. But it's been, like, this group has been really fun to be a part of.
Yeah. No, getting to know 10 people that you may have known in the community to, find out what they're going to be like. The bus is going to be a fun one when you're on there to see how people are, 2:00 in the morning Saturday, late in the day Saturday, early morning Sunday. Might be a different dynamic, but it's still going to be fun to see.
When Jim's watching Cool Runnings at 2 in the morning on the bus. Yeah.
Cool, for the third time. Yeah, because I missed my second ride so I can finish the movie. Exactly.
And that would probably be the thing that I'm like, that would be my motivator to actually bike next year, is to be able to, like, be on the bus with you guys and all that kind of stuff, because man, that's going to be fun.
So P, you're saying we got to take a bus next year? Is that what you're saying? Is that going to be part of the hallmark of this?
Taking a bus?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it has to be.
I think so, right?
I think so.
How else do you make it work?
Yeah. What else would we do?
Minivans?
I don't.
It's not going to cut it.
Everybody's shaking their heads. I'm pretty sure I said in the first one, I'm like, I don't even know what next year looks like. Do we even
Yeah.
take a bus? Do we need to take a bus? We don't need to take a bus. It won't be the same. Now you're telling me we got to take a bus. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think
next
so.
year, I think we're gonna be surprised. There may be more than one bus needed. I think so. Like seeing what's coming, who knows? I think we could really have more and gonna need more than one bus. Maybe going different directions. Who knows? Right? Send somebody. Some team goes west, and one team goes east, and see who gets back first.
It's a race.
Yeah.
But then
fun.
you're going to have to
Could
do
be fun.
20K at a time, Becky, for like multiple.
As fast as I
That's right.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I got a year.
Yeah.
I got a year.
You'll be ready.
I'll be another basement biker. I'll be like Neki.
Yeah.
And I'll
I
put my
thought that
training
guy
wheels
was
back on.
so funny. Oh, Necky, he rides cool. He brings his bike in and it's got pinch holes in the tires from being creased for 2 years. I'm like, have you ever had this outside? No, I've never been outside with it. What is going on? I'm coming with you? Yeah. That was awesome. That
He's
was good.
determined. He's
Very,
determined.
yeah.
I'm excited to see everybody get going. I think
Yep.
we'll start here. What
Yep.
are you most nervous for? I'm going to start it out by just saying I think for most people coming on, just nervous for the unknown, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, what's riding on Friday night look like? What's riding Saturday morning or early Saturday? Like, what does that look like? Are we going to get the worst wind ever? Is it going to rain? Are we going to, I don't know, right? Like, who knows? But it's like playing hockey in my mind. As soon as you wheels hit the road and you get going, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I've done this. Okay, away we go. But what are you
Yeah.
most nervous for, Jim?
I'm the same way. I haven't looked at the weather. You could what if all day
Becky,
long.
you look at the weather yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I look all the time.
All the time. I don't
And
ever
I'm
look at the
just
weather. I don't
looking
even know why I
at
have a
the
weather
wind. I don't care about how cold. I don't even care about the rain. If I'm looking at the wind. The wind.
Can you see which direction it's blowing from?
I've asked and I can't figure out how, and my husband won't tell me.
I don't think you know in Saskatchewan. It comes from every direction.
Well,
I think it
that's
just
what-
goes straight
yeah.
down and then goes out.
Yeah.
Seriously. Every time we've ridden, there's
Yeah.
a headwind. I don't get it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you were
Every
saying
time.
that the other day, weren't you?
Happens
Yeah.
all the time. Headwind, headwind, headwind. So
What are you? What are you?
you know,
most-
Yeah.
the ride, I'm not nervous about the ride at all. Really for this, I don't know. Just maybe sleep and trying to keep energy levels up. That's it. If it was about the ride, that's one thing. Is just keep your energy level up so you can keep going and stay with it. I've been through endurance races, like 24-hour endurance races in the past, and the 3 o'clock in the morning is where it hits you. The third time out and relay and those things. But I've been in races like that in the past, so I know what to expect. But yeah, no, that's really about it. I don't think I'm nervous about anything else besides that.
P, you're gonna be
Maybe running out
are
of
you-
beer. Oh wait, are we bringing beer? Have we decided?
We're not bringing beer.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
And bananas.
Oh my gosh. I just want you all to come back safe and sound. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm a bit of a worrier, so that's what I do.
The funny thing, it must have been like meeting two. P was like, Neki, if you don't come back to work on Monday,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got you booked in. Is he booked in Monday morning?
No,
Oh.
I booked him off. But
Come on.
because we've run into these situations before where he's like, yeah, I can get in and then I'm gonna work tomorrow and let's just take the day off. Like just take the day off and
Bring him in at 1. Like let him
Yeah.
sleep in.
Yeah.
let's finish this tooth on Monday morning. That'd be a great way to just like we both just roll in.
Right,
Ready
here
to
we
go.
go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
I'm a nervous Nelly, so I am nervous about pretty much all of it. I'm most nervous about the wind. Yeah, these legs are not meant to go against wind, so that's it.
I think
but,
you'll be fine.
But pretty much you could name anything, and I'm probably nervous about it. But the wind is the one thing that keeps me up at night, and has for about a month and a half.
It's always windy.
You hope for a tailwind then.
Yeah, tailwind.
Right?
Oh yeah, I've been praying, man. I've been
Yeah,
praying.
keep praying. Anyone out there,
Yeah.
pray
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Mom is listening to this. Give me a couple prayers tonight, please, would you? Because I would gladly take a tailwind. I'd love to be doing 35, 40K an hour easily.
It would be
I
nice.
went out on Thursday when it was it Thursday? It was like gusting.
Oh, it's
and I thought
crazy.
I gotta try it. I gotta go.
No.
I was dying this way. I was going like 20 and I was dying. And then on the way back, I got up to 37. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, 37.
Nice.
Life is
That's
good.
good.
I got up to 47. Like, I better slow down. I was scared I was going to hit a rock and fall over.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, we were having this debate earlier. I know Jim likes going downhill. Are you nervous going downhill too?
I haven't done a hill yet.
Like a downhill?
Are there hills?
I haven't gone.
There's hills. I'm pretty sure
Up or down?
It's uphill the whole way, and then it's uphill all the way back. That's how it works.
Say that again?
It's uphill and then uphill when you come back too.
For sure.
Yeah, that's how it is. Don't you remember those stories? Uphill both ways. That's how. What to expect. There's gonna be wind both ways and uphill both ways. That's
If you prepare for the worst,
hey,
nothing can take you out.
yep.
So maybe I should go find a hill tomorrow and start
No,
trying.
don't. No, you don't. No, it's too late. You're just gonna go.
It's we were talking this weekend, and they said it's
No
kind of
hills.
like when you're in high school, or university, and you're studying for a final, and you're like, you know
Yeah.
what? Close the book. If I don't know it now,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna know it. So if I can't do it now,
We
4 days away.
should give her the river hill right
I
out
think
of the
so.
gate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like North Battleford. Yeah. When
Oh
we get
my
North Battleford,
gosh.
whoever's riding, just check out.
I'll get off and just walk my bike.
I was
out.
just gonna say that. I walked the little ramp going by the parking.
I think North Battleford Hill will be fine. It's the Borden one that looks like it goes on forever.
Yeah.
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 What movie are you most excited to bring on the bus? And you want to start?
Go ahead. No, you can go over there first.
What's the one we were talking about with the color? I'm hoping somebody has it. I don't have it. With the tropic bait. What is it called? Semi-pro.
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 Yeah, we got to bring semi-pro.
I'm hoping
For sure.
somebody has semi-pro because I've been
If
dreaming
we don't,
about it.
I'll
We
order
better
it on
find it.
Amazon.
Yeah.
You're done.
Better get it.
Semi-pro.
If
Yeah.
if people don't understand what the heck we're talking about, our logo is the same color as a semi-pro. So like, it's fitting. We got to have a little Will
I'm
Ferrell.
bringing my own nachos too. So.
Nachos.
Did you bring your own nachos? Best part of the movie. Sorry. Sidetracked.
P.
What movie should we watch?
What movie should we watch?
Oh, well, you're gonna be happy I'm not on the bus because I'd be like bringing Disney shows like Wreck-It Ralph. You know, all those really good ones. Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Those aren't bad.
Not-
Nothing wrong with
Nothing
those.
wrong with those.
No sports ones. Like
No sports ones?
I
I mean, it's
hear
no
that there's-
semi-pro.
I hear there's a theme. Like it feels very. What else did you guys say? Like Rudy.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh,
Inspirational
right?
movies.
Inspirational.
Inspirational movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Days of Thunder, Rudy.
Oh,
whatever.
Days of Thunder.
Bring 'em all.
And there's a big bus in Days of Thunder.
Have you guys seen Hot Rod?
Yeah.
That'd be
I
a good
have
one.
not seen. Well, I've seen
We
clips.
could
My
channel
son has been
our
showing
animal
me.
spirits.
That
We
would
sure
be
could.
funny.
Hot
That would be
rod.
funny. Hot Rod.
The wind's here.
I'll
I am
download
an
that one.
eagle.
Cool Runnings,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
Cool
We
Runnings.
talked about that one.
Yeah, I threw it though. We could just do a whole weekend of John Candy films, but
Okay, that would okay.
Uncle Buck.
I
Uncle Buck.
retract my Wreck-It Ralph because that is my go-to, which I know makes me sound super cool. But yeah, I think you do the John Candy-a-thon.
Marathon.
That's
do you-
what I think.
what do you open with though? I don't know. It's John Candy. All good movies.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what you
that
open
is a
with.
good
Or
I think you
Uncle-
open with that.
Uncle
yeah.
Buck.
Or Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
That's
Uncle
good.
The Great
Buck's-
Outdoors.
Great Outdoors.
Great outdoors.
Just have a podcast talking about John Candy films.
so good.
Yeah. What movie you bringing?
I don't know what I'm bringing. I'm gonna have to check the collection, but I hope somebody brings Rudy or Days of Thunder or Top Gun or something like that.
I have so many good ones at the lake,
Gotta have
and I
good movie.
should
Gotta
have
have
brought
good
them.
good theme music.
You stole mine. I'm bringing Top Gun.
Are you?
Oh
That's
yeah.
Done.
good.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Yeah.
And Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
I might,
yeah.
I might be
Classics.
able to watch
Yeah.
that like 10 times on the road trip.
Just
I love
repeat,
Dumb and Dumber.
repeat, and
Oh,
repeat.
it's my
Yeah,
favorite.
that'll be great.
Now, what we have to end with is we made a bet, $20 a piece. How many hours does it take us to do this? Okay. Now here, you guys are getting late into the game, but earlier
Yeah,
than
tell
us.
us what they.
Necky said he went the longest, 56 hours. He was very
What time does that put us in at?
like 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning?
Yep. Natalie said 52 hours.
Yeah, midnight.
Sean said bang on 48, and Nigel said 44 hours and 44 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, are we doing prices right?
No,
girls?
closest to
Okay.
Closest to.
44 and what?
44 hours, 44 minutes.
Okay.
Who wants to fire away?
And you, has 51's been taken?
Nope, 51 is not. P
Okay,
at 51.
Might as well take that one.
Go ahead, Jim.
You want
Yeah.
51 and 1 minute?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
51.12. I was kind of hoping we'd be in town. For 8, 9 o'clock. So what does that give us?
Well, at 48 hours, it's 5. So 4 hours after that would be 52, which is taken.
52 is taken.
8 would be 51. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
could do 7 at 50.
Might have to. Yeah, sure. I'm being optimistic. Let's go. 7 o'clock, 50. Boom.
50. Boom.
We're in.
Which leaves Becky.
At 49.
49.
Wow,
Nice.
Becky.
We're coming in hot.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
You
Okay.
can do it.
You got this.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming in and sitting down. It's, time flies here, and I'm excited. I'm hoping, maybe we'll get to do this again in like 2 weeks' time after we've all healed up, licked our wounds, maybe drank one too many beverages after 48 hours of biking and got back to Lloyd and are sitting at
Is that-
4th
wait,
Meridian.
That's what you said, 48?
Yeah, 48.
Aiming for
All
it.
right.
You know what we're going to do is when I hit Marshall, I'm just going to slow it
Yeah,
down.
that's what I'm already thinking. I'm like, he's going to take his sweet time when we're in Tuffnell and be like, oh, we're a little ahead of schedule. I'm just going to slow down or something.
Yeah.
No, if we're behind schedule, I'm going to be like, just leave me here. We'll catch back up to you. Just keep biking.
Let's go.
Let's just go.
Yeah. It's harder to catch up. You can do it.
You could do it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Pretty amazing. This whole thing is pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Like you said, what, a month ago, 2 months ago? We started this?
April 1st is when me and Necky sat in here and had a conversation. April 3rd is when we had Natalie and Ken Rutherford. And then from there, that's where Becky gets texted, Nigel gets texted. It's probably a week or two after that Jim gets texted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of April.
This is phenomenal. Everybody should be really, really proud.
A lot of people think we're crazy.
Well, that too.
They do.
Well, we are a little
Yeah,
bit crazy.
We are
Sure.
a little crazy.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. That's every day, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
What's
every day.
What's life without a little bit of adventure? No life at all.
Exactly.
This is true.
That is true.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well,
All right,
thanks, guys.
Thanks
Cool.
for having us.
Thank you.
Hey, folks. Thanks for joining us today. If you just stumbled on the show, please click subscribe. Then scroll to the bottom and rate and leave a review. I promise it helps. Remember, every Monday and Wednesday, we will have a new guest sitting down to share their story. The Sean Newman Podcast is available for free on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you get your podcast fix. Until next time. Keeners, I don't know what you're doing today, but if you are, take a look at our social media, share it around. Hopefully we're trucking along and making a good pace. You can look for updates from myself. I drew the 2 a.m. slot. I'm looking forward to riding in the middle of the night. That should be an interesting challenge, shall we say. I hope everybody has a great weekend. If you are traveling our way, make sure you give us a honk or a wave as you go by, and we'll catch up to you tomorrow. Tomorrow is part 3. We have Ken Rutherford, Tracy Matthews, and Brad Hoffman hopping on the podcast to give you the last part of the group that is doing this trip, all right? Well, have a great weekend again, and we'll catch up to you tomorrow.